Alright, what is going on everyone out there on internet land? Welcome to the video. My name is Brando Linick and you are searching for how to start a pool service business. It's a great search, and when it comes down to a pool service business, having a couple businesses that I've started over the last couple of years, having a good business associate of mine who has started their own pool business, and they've actually been able to be very successful with it, but I'll tell you, the process that they've had to go through to get there and what they're doing to maintain it, it's honestly a headache, right? Although it's a simple business to start, alright, I'll tell you this much. My friend who's actually down in Florida, who's building their pool business, alright, so it's hot year-round, so it's actually a good idea. If you're in a location where you have winter, you're kind of, you got to look for something during the winter, so it's not really the proper business for you. If you want to create something that's consistent and reliable, unless you have like indoor houses, which it's going to be limited for pools. But aside from that, I have a friend who's in Florida who's actually, they have their own pool service business. However, they are successful, they are making money, they're maintaining, a stable income enough to have a lifestyle, alright? Nothing like, lavish lifestyle or anything, but a lifestyle. And the problem is they're working like ridiculous hours. They're working, like 14, 15 hours. They have an office. Okay, my friend has an office that he goes to. He's got to do paperwork there. He's got some employees as well, some vans, some trucks. And it can cost you not just a lot as an upfront investment, even though it's a simple business to start, but the process of actually working it to maintain it, it can be draining, all right? Just to be honest with you, it can be, like I said, a headache. And I would advise you, before you consider starting a pool service business, alright, if you're looking at this because you want to be your own boss, you want to create true leverage and flexibility to do what you want to do truly when you want to do it, if that's really what you're looking for, I'd advise you, before you consider a pool service business, if you hear me out here for just 1 minute of your time, my experience with this goes back not that long ago, actually a couple months ago at the time of shooting this video, when I came across a person who was building a business traveling around the world. Alright, get this. This person was traveling like 6 to 12 months period of time, living in exotic homes, alright, nice homes, for like ridiculous amounts of money. This person was making a high multiple six-figure income business using and leveraging the internet without having to, clean pools all day long, without having to deal with staff or an office and the expenses to operate that on a monthly basis, and without having to have a huge chunk of an investment put into it to start with. And because they weren't doing any of those things, alright, and they're building a business, doing what they are truly passionate about when they wanted to do it, I started to model and copy what they were doing, and less than 30 days later I created a full-time income for myself, working part-time without doing anything technical. And I share that with you because I decided not to be average or typical, alright? And it did require work. I had to work my butt off, to be frank with you, just like you'd have to work your butt off, alright, really hard to get a traditional business up and off the ground, because you got to go find business once you have the business, and you had to fork out an investment for it, and it can be really stressful to get your name and brand out there, which is why I can't emphasize it enough. If you're looking at starting a pool service business because you want to be your own boss, you want to do what you want to do when you want to do it, if that's really what you're looking for here, alright, I would seriously advise you to consider looking towards operating and building a business on the internet, alright? And that way you don't have to deal with the overhead associated with it. You don't have to deal with not, seeing your family or doing any of those crazy things. And not saying that you won't do that, but, it's just something that, you need to know when it comes to looking at business models and creating a highly profitable business model in a way where you can afford what you're passionate about, in a way where you can actually, not just afford what you're passionate about, but be able to have the time freedom to enjoy it, which not a lot of businesses actually allow you to do. And by far the most profitable thing that I've come by to be able to do that, okay, is an online business model. So I hope you enjoyed this video as much as they put it together for you. If this made sense to you and you'd like to learn more about how to build a business on the internet to help you get the results that you want, if you're coachable, if you're trainable, don't be shy, connect with me on my site, grab your training. It's 123marketingtips.com. I'll put the link down below in the description. And aside from that, whatever approach you take, I wish you, success, and I look forward to seeing you on the beaches of the world. Take care.